Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. So here we have one of the reading comprehension passages, and the direction for this question is what? Answer the following question on the basis of the given text. Okay, so this is the direction. What we need to do, we need to read the text first, and then after we'll look at the question. And on the basis of the question, four choices are pointed. Mm, and we need to find out the most appropriate choice which will um, help to resolve the question. So let's go to the text first. The text indicates that healthcare ethics is the field of applied ethics that is concerned with the vast array of moral decision making situations that arise in the practice of medicine, in addition to the procedures and the policies that are designed to guide such practice. Of all the aspects of the human body and of a human life which are essential to one's well being, none is more important than one's health. Advancements in medical knowledge and in medical technologies bring with them new and important moral issues, and these issues often come about as a result of advancements in reproductive and genetic knowledge, as well as innovations in reproductive and genetic technologies. Other areas of moral concern include the clinical relationship between the healthcare professional and the patient, biomedical and behavioral human subject research, the harvesting and transplantation of human organs, euthanasia, abortion, and the allocation of healthcare services. For a person to be considered healthy in the strictest sense of the term is for that person to exhibit a state of well being in the absence of which are any effects of disease, illness, or injury, as might concern the person's physiological, psychological, mental, or emotional existence. It is fair to say that no one could ever achieve this level of complete health. Consequently, the health status of any given person or at any given time is best understood in terms of the degree to which that person's health status can be said to approximate this ideal standard of health. While the term medical care designates the intention to identify and to understand disease states in order to be able to diagnose and treat patients who might suffer from them. The term healthcare has a broader application to include not only what is entailed by medical care, but also considerations that, while not medical, nevertheless exercise a decided effect on the health status of people. Therefore, not only are bacteria and viruses of concern in the practice of healthcare, so too are cultural, societal, economic, educational, and legislative factors to the extent to which they have an impact, positive or negative, on the health status of any of the members of one's society. Now, nursing is given as another profession that has been traditionally a profession of the nurturing of as well as the caring for the patient. Until the latter part of the 20th century, nursing was also historically a profession for women. It should come as no surprise then that an ethics of care approach to a moral decision making that would be embraced by nurses as well as by women in other healthcare professions, up to and including the profession of medical doctors. In no way is this to suggest that this ethics of care would, either intentionally or in practice, preclude men from identifying with it also. In the early 21st century, this approach to patient care in medical facilities as well as in allied healthcare facilities became almost mainstream in many societies across the globe, with accrediting agencies offering their respective of approval, seals of approval for those medical organizations that are successful in treating patients holistically. Holistically means that called as overall, right? Overall, right? Now, It should go without saying that many are the healthcare professionals who would choose to nurture and to care for their own patients in the same way, with or without the existence of any such accredited agencies. Well, we have gone through the text. Now let's break down the text paragraph by paragraph, right? So the first paragraph, second one, and the third paragraph, isn't it? So, and understand the tone and style and summarize the main argument or main idea, isn't it? Let's go to the first one. So, if you look at the first paragraph stated about what? This introduces the concept of what? Healthcare ethics, isn't it? Healthcare ethics. So, and it's focusing on what? Moral decision, right? Moral decision making. So, in medical practices or medical practice, it highlights the significance of health and the ethical issues arising from advancements in medical technologies. Okay, so at the same time, you can point out that procedures. It also covers various ethical concerns, such as the you can say that critical relationships, isn't it? Okay, so in that case, critical relationship between what? You can say critical relationship between the healthcare professional and the patient. Okay, not only that, you also find out it does the organ transplantation, right? And the allocation of healthcare services. Okay, so healthcare services as well as you can say that means allocation of healthcare services. So in that case, if you observe that the first paragraph is very informative in nature and you can talk about analytical, right? Analytical. So it is purely formal and you can say that academic one. So why? It aimed at providing a comprehensive overview of the scope of what we can say that healthcare services. Right. The second paragraph at the same time stated about what? Stated about the differentiation between medical care and healthcare. And what does it try to take? What does it try to do? It explains that medical care focuses on what that called as a diagnose, right? Diagnose and treat patients who might suffer from them, right? It explains that medical care focuses on diagnosing, treating disease, while healthcare does what? Encompasses a broader application, right? That including cultural, societal, economic, educational, and legislative influences on, you can say that influences on health status, right? So in that case, if you talk about this particular text that tries to do nothing but clarifying, clarifying, and explaining. So therefore, we can say that it would be explanatory one. And again, it is a formal and explanatory, providing a clear distinction between, you can say that medical care and healthcare, right? So now moving to the third paragraph, where in third paragraph, it discusses what? It discusses the traditional role of nursing, isn't it? Traditional role of what? That called as a nursing. At the same time, its association with the ethics of care approach. What does it do? Ethics of uh, care approach, right or not? Um, and it notes that nursing, um, historically a female-dominated profession, like we pointed about it, um, which has become more mainstream in healthcare practices. It accepts that while this approach is prominent among women, it is not exclusive to them and is increasingly recognizing. So you can say that globally. Okay, so that's what we can find out across the globe. So here it is trying to do nothing but trying to present something in a descriptive manner, and reflecting on the evolution of nursing and its ethical approach. So overall, if you see that the tone of the passage is nothing but academic, right, and reflective with a focus on providing a thorough understanding of, you can say that healthcare service, or you can say healthcare ethics, its scope and the evolution of nursing practices. The tone, you can say that it's a and neutral and objective, aimed at informing the reader. So similar to that, the style is purely formal and analytical one, right? The passage is written in a structured manner, typical of academic test, with a clear focus of what explaining concept and historical context. So that is what we can draw in the text. So all total, if you talk about the main argument of the text, is that healthcare ethics, healthcare isn't it? Healthcare ethics. So, and that encompasses a wide range of moral issues and consideration that arise in medical practices. It emphasizes that what uh, you can say that it emphasizes men and women, right? Uh, okay. Now, as we have understood the text, let's go for the question. And on the basis of the question, we will get the choice. And we need to see that which of the choices most appropriate in this particular part. Okay. So, what does the question ask here? The question asked here, based on the passage, which of the following statement would most weaken the argument that complete health is an unattainable deal, right? So, what is it stated? Which of the following statement would most weaken? So, it is a weakening based question, strengthening or weakening based question. And the passage argues that what? Complete health is an ideal that cannot be fully achieved. Which of the fully achieved? Which of the following statement would make this argument uh, weaker? Right? Weakening or undermining by suggesting that complete health might be possible. Okay, so let's go to the choice. So the first option stated here, advancements in medicine have led to the eradication of many diseases. So the idea which we can find out here, the statement highlights what progress in medicine, but does not address whether complete health, which includes more than just the absence of disease, is achievable, right? So it tells about nothing but advancement in medicine, right or not? But does not address what? Does not address whether complete health, which includes more than just the absence of disease, is achievable or not. So can it be the answer to this question? No, it cannot, right? So because we are talking about advancement, we are not talking about means complete health is attainable or not. So, and second thing is called as we need to find out option that will most weaken the argument that complete health is an unattainable ideal, right? So, in that case, two stated about what the definition of a health has expanded to include mental and emotional well-being. Now, this statement suggests that what uh, health now includes more aspects than just physical health. Physical health, isn't it? So, this actually supports the idea that achieving complete health is difficult because it means health is more complex, isn't it? It is stated no health has expanded to include mental and emotional well being. So, in that case, you can point out means uh, it supports that what achieving complete health is difficult. So in that case, it doesn't weaken the argument; it is supporting. So in that case, option two is also eliminated. What option three stated? Some individuals live without any significant disease or illness for most of their lives. Now, this statement suggests what? That there are people who come close, come close to achieving complete health by living without major health issues. It is stated, no, some individuals live without any significant disease or illness for most of their lives. In that case, we can call that what means people are there who come close to achieving complete health by living without major health issues. This challenges the argument that complete health is unattainable, isn't it? So in that case, three will be the suitable answer here. But let's look at the fourth one. Healthcare professionals have become more effective in diagnosing and treating illness. When we say that healthcare professionals have become more effective in diagnosing um, and treating illness, so in that case, the statement talks about improvements, right? Improvements in diagnosing and treating disease, but does not affect the argument about whether complete health is achievable or not. So in that case, 1, 2, and 4 will be eliminated. So the correct choice that we can find out is option 3 because it directly challenges the idea that complete health is unattainable by suggesting that some people might to come close to this idea, isn't it? Hence, option 3 will be the most appropriate here. Hope you understood this. That's all. Thank you.